Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the day has come. The huge combat update for the Throne and Liberty. All the classes have new skills, new aspects for the skills, new things to change the skills. So it's basically Combat 2.0. And we, as the healer mains, want to know which combination of the weapons are the best ones for the upcoming global launch. Yeah, baby! Today we're talking about bow and longbow. What the fuck? Today we're talking about wand and the longbow. Please subscribe. I really beg you, please subscribe to my channel. We're growing super fast. I'm happy with that. Thank you for your love and support. So, because of the new updates, we have this thing, the skill specialization. Now, all the skills have additional passives and active changes for the skills. And you have 100 points, which you can separate between two weapons, or you can use all of them on one weapon, but it's just 100 points. So now we'll talk about the best support ultimate class for the Throne and Liberty at this point of time. And this is without a doubt wand and the longbow. I'm not super fan of this type of the combination of the weapons, but the longbow is the only one other weapon than wand which have health regeneration, mana regeneration, and all of these skills that will work together with the wand precisely. Super good. Let's count them, right? From the wand you have Blessed Barrier, which is barrier and also more heals during this time for the target. You have Fountain of Life, which healing on the spot. Swift healing, just a normal 3 times healing, and mass healing spell. But from the bow, you additionally have a healing touch, which is the hot healing over time skill. You have this flash wave, which is, look at that, which is healing and damaging at the same time. Look at that shit. You have damage and healing for your allies. And also, you have from the bow these cool new skills, which will push and crowd control for some time the enemies. So basically, this build is nothing to do damage, like 0 damage. I mean, a little of damage, but overall, it's all about the support of your party. It's Zerg versus Zerg. Boonstone Wars, big PvP, mass PvP, all about that. It's an ultimate machine to heal your allies, to push your enemies, to do the protection for your allies, and live as long as possible as a healer. We already talked about the healing skills. Now we have the Tornado, I already showed to you. It's a cool looking thing that will, push and drop your enemies. You also have shields, and with a proper aspect, the skill specialization, it became the mass shields. You have this thing, which is Nature Blessing, and it's huge HP regeneration for the full party, together with the skills on the spot like this one, together with the mass healing, together with the healing touch, everything all at once. It's kind of really huge defense and a healing possibilities. Then you have this skill, Blitz, from the bow, which will reset the cooldown of any skill that you used before. For instance, I want to do 2 times mass heal. Easy peasy. I'm doing mass heal, then I'm clicking this one, and I can do it 1 more time. It's huge buff for the support class. Really huge. Then we have something that will allow you in the mass PvP do the dirty things. Look at that. So you sleep your target and then you spread it. Bam! Instantaneously. Now with the new specialization of the sleep and the karmic haze, you can do it instantly. And look at that. Just imagine the mass PvP, you're running, you're healing your allies, you're pushing with tornadoes, you're healing with this wave and stuff, and then you can see the enemies flanking you. So what you do, you just sleep this party, like 10 people, and run from it. That's super cool. Then you have the normal things like, you do the barrier, then you heal, then you have just the single heals, then you mass heal, then you regen HP, buff defense, regen HP, then you do the same, and, by the circle. So this class will be the ultimate healer support class for the mass PvP in Throne and Liberty. Much better than anybody else. I mean, we have what? We have daggers and wands, which are really hybrid. You can do a lot of damage, you can bomb them, and then you have stealth, which is really huge for the healer. You have SNS and wand, which is the proper tank with the healing abilities, and you have hybrid, which is wand and staff, which can do a lot of damage in AoE, can heal, good mana regeneration, good total mana, and all of that, but not super support class like wand and longbow. Now let's talk about, so this is our skills, right? This is our skills, that's how we use it, this is the passives that we need. easy. And skill specialization. So for the wand, we do the following: swift healing, first 2, sleep, first 2, also, for the instant ability, and also you can attack once the target before the sleep will be removed. Now you have karmic case, a little bit longer range, you have mass shields, and you have this one, the fountain of life, which will also recover your mana. Super cool. And then now you have a bow. For the bow, its most efficient things will be flash wave, so you need 3 or 4. It's also blind the target, weaken them. Now you have healing touch with additional health recovery. You have nature blessing with additional vitality and a cooldown reduced. And that's basically all. That's the weapon. If you want to talk about the weapon mastery, you need to take mostly this one, the skill tool cooldown, this tree, the upper tree. And also for the bow, it will be the same, the upper 3, because all CC resistance except weaken resistance will be increased, which is super good. Right, now let's talk about the gear build. How we want to gear this character so it will be efficient at the early and the mid stage of the game, like first months, I will say, before everybody will have tier 2 epics with all of the traits in it. Look at that. All right, the gear build. So basically, here I have 2 gear builds. One for the early game, which is almost everything is green and something simple blue. And the second one, mid game, which almost everything is blue with some purple items. So we're not talking about tier 2 epics here, we're talking about something that I said could be done in the first days and the first months. First, let's understand what we need as the healer. Okay, as a healer, we need a lot of HP, at least some amount of HP. And this is low amount of HP, right? You can choose your gear to really increase your HP, and you can do easily with the green gear something like 15k. But for this one, I differ my approach. So the approach is the following. We need to have a lot of evasion and a lot of endurance. But we need to choose which one, and we need to understand how it works. So basically, what is evasion? Increase magic evasion chance. If you start higher than the target accuracy, which is hit, for every 10 points of differ, chance increase about 1%, so they will miss you 1% more, right? So what does it mean? I have hit about 740. If I want somebody to miss on me by the evasion, I need to have something like 800 or 900. And you know what? At the beginning, to stack up hit for some classes is super easy. Look at that. I'm just a longbow wand user with a hit 740. And to get evasion for this level, it's really hard at the beginning. So I will say we are going to endurance, and endurance is the following. It's reducing the critical hit. Critical hit in this game, you have minimal and maximum damage, this one, right? So all the skills are calculated from the minimum and maximum damage, and it's a huge difference. So when crit hits, it hits with the maximum possible damage from the skill. It's different from the other games, right? And endurance, what endurance do? The same like with the evasion, but about the critical hit. So if my endurance is higher than the critical hit of the enemy, with some chance it will do minimum damage. And it's huge, debuff of the damage. So the idea is the following. At the beginning of the game, everybody will stack hit super easily, so we're going endurance. Then after that, we will go and try to stack up one of the evasions. For us, it will be ranged evasion and magic evasion, because it will be much more easier with the blue gear to stack up evasion to 1100. And it's already something. Most of the classes, the range classes, will have something similar to that, but still, you will have good chance to have a miss from that, right? After that, when you will have tier 2 and all of the stuff, most likely calculation shows to us that endurance will be better than evasion. But for this one, it looks pretty fine to have this, not super fancy gear with this evasion from the range classes. And why range classes? Because it's really hard from the gear to stack up the melee evasion or melee endurance for this class properly. And the thing is, if the dagger will jump on you, they will silence you, you will be dead anyway, right? But all the magic and range classes which will hit you from far away will be not so efficient. And during the mass PvP, you can see all of these videos with PvP. Look at that one. It's fine. Mass PvP, it's really hard to pinpoint the targets and pinpoint the healers. So you just kite them. You want to be somewhere in the, back rows of the fight, and you want to heal and you need to survive as long as possible. So ranged class will hit you hard. That's why. That's the idea. So one more time. In the early stage, we're doing endurance. In the mid stage, we're doing the specific evasion, which is ranged for us. Ranged and magic. Now, about the items. Super simple. What we want? We want any possible okayish blue item, which is simple to get, right? Elite resistance, fine. Elite resistance 1 will be also fine. What we want from them, if you have anywhere in the gear max health, you take max health for sure. But the most important ones are heavy attack chance and hit chance. You know why? Same for the wand, right? If you don't have max health, you take hit, heavy attack, and critical hit. Then you have gear. You have a lot of good green gear, which is really easy to acquire from the open dungeons or from the quests or crafted. So what you take everything that you can get with the endurance or max health. So here you can choose, right? Maybe I will do this like this. 300 HP is a huge difference, actually. Magic endurance, if I will stack it up to some numbers, maybe I will reduce max HP and I will do the magic endurance. But for now, let's take it like that. You take everywhere magic endurance and the range endurance. Max health from the combat soldier cloak, you can craft it. Max health and skills damage resistance. From the chest armor, we're taking this one because it's also, you can take max health from the traits or endurance. Gloves, same, you take max health or endurances. Pants, the same, right? If you understand that maybe you're really fighting with the rangers, so you will reduce magic endurance, you will take a lot of max health. It will be like plus additional 2k of max HP, which is super good, right? And this one, the boots. You're taking mana regeneration if you feel like that, and magic endurance. As we talked before, we need to stack up one of the parameters. So it's useless to take melee evasion or melee endurance here, because in other gear we took different, right? Then you have the accessories, which is super simple from the quest. It's pretty good stats here. Cooldown, speed, magic endurance, magic defense. We take this one, max health, skill damage resistance, and also melee endurance, a little bit of melee evasion. I mean, that's fine. From the quest ring, also, we have defenses and max HP, super good. Crude wind band, we crafted, max health and skill damage boost. And also, we craft this belt, max health and skill damage resistance. One more time, you can choose different types of the gear. The gear as a green gear without the set buffs, it's not super important. You just take something that will stack up the protection that you want, and we choose endurance here. Now, when you grow, you take different type of the gear. This is the mid game, and for the mid game, for the wand user, as a healer, you definitely need to have Liquirious Creep wand, because when your health goes below to 20%, stealth for 7.5 seconds. That's huge. You will live one more life. It's really huge. About the bow, you don't actually care about the bow. This one is really good because it will increase range for your party, which is a really good buff from the support class already. So we changed everything to ranged evasion. Now we want to stack up ranged evasion and magic evasion, right? So we take Shaman Cloak because it's range evasion. Right away 100, then you have, the normal traits. Elite resistant mask, max HP, and ranged evasion. We have chest armor, reflecting alter ego secret art armor, the long main, but also evasion, buff duration. Blessing of Mother Nature close gloves are the best ones for most of the classes because of the range increase, ranged evasion, max HP, range defense, melee defense, and you have evasions here, right? And you can choose added attack speed here, the best class. When you have pants, also bind chance for you is super good. You have skills with the bind. And the boots, the normal ones, just the boots, you have magic evasion here. And then you have accessories that will add to ranged evasion as well, magic evasion as well from the quests. You have this ring, is super good because it also increases range from the gloves, from this one, and from the bow. Imagine the good ring with the maximum HP and the belt. Why? Because the ranged evasion. So you stack up ranged evasion as much as possible. Then you go to tier 2, and it's different story, guys, because it will be different types of sets, and all of this endurance and evasion will be, floating differently. You will go on something to buff you, not to defend you. But anyway, so this class is crazy. I mean, look at that, how it smoothly works, right? You can heal your teammates, you can do all these tornadoes, the shields, and then imagine to have this on the roll of the fight where everybody's fighting, you're healing them, then you do these things. And this class looks like It's ultimate support. You can change a little bit of specialization if you want to. Like for instance, if you're talking about the skills, if you are solo PvEing with this class, of course you will drop some of this and you will take some of the attack skills. And also for this one, maybe, and you can go and buff the clay salvation, which is the mass heal. For the remove weaken from the party members, which is also super huge, right? But anyway, look at this class. This is something that will be most important to have in the mass PvP parties. Everybody will want to have sword and shield and wands. Everybody will want to have, of course, damage dealers, and everybody will want to have these guys. You also can do a lot of impact as a healer and the AoE damage dealer as a wanted staff, or do these bombs with the dagger. But this class is ultimate support class for all of the super hard PvE content or all of the PvP Zerg fights. But that's what I wanted to tell you guys today. Of course, you can change stuff. Of course, you can tweak these things, but that's how we understand this new type of classes in the Throne and Liberty for the healers. So I was really happy to see you. Please subscribe. I really beg you, please subscribe to my channel. We're growing super fast. I'm happy with that. Thank you for your love and support. And if we grow more videos, more content, more research for you guys, I was happy to see you. If you want to comment something below, just do that. Just go and do that. And thank you. I will see you in the next one. Bye.